The scars of silence are deep, but so too is the power of a united voice. Will you join the call to end the silence epidemic?
The sun was setting over the small village of Kurami, casting a golden glow on the thatched roofs and dusty paths. Amina, a spirited 13-year-old girl, was playing with her younger siblings near the baobab tree. She loved the evenings when the village felt alive with the sounds of women chatting and pounding yam, men returning from the fields, and children laughing. But that evening was different. Her mother, Hadiza, approached her with a strange look in her eyes, a mix of sadness and determination. "Amina, come inside," her mother said, her voice unusually stern. Amina obeyed, sensing something was wrong. Inside the small mud house, her aunt, Fatima, and an elderly woman she didn't recognize were waiting. The stranger had a bundle wrapped in a faded cloth, and her face was expressionless. "What is happening?" Amina asked, her heart beginning to race. Hadiza avoided her gaze. "It is time, my daughter. You are becoming a woman." Amina froze. She had heard whispers about this, becoming a woman, from older girls. The stories were terrifying. Pain, blood, and shame. She had prayed it wouldn't happen to her, but here it was. "Please, Mama," she begged, tears streaming down her face. "I don't want this." "It is for your own good," Hadiza replied, her voice trembling. "This is our tradition. If we don't do this, no man will marry you." Amina's protests were ignored as the women grabbed her arms and legs, pinning her to the ground. She screamed, her voice echoing through the walls, but no one came to help. The elderly woman unwrapped the bundle, revealing a rusty blade. The next few minutes felt like an eternity. The pain was unbearable, unlike anything Amina had ever known. Her cries turned into silent sobs as her strength left her. When it was over, she lay on the ground, trembling and bleeding. The women cleaned her wounds with a mixture of herbs and wrapped her in a piece of cloth. "You are strong, Amina," her aunt said, patting her head. But Amina didn't feel strong. She felt broken. The days that followed were filled with pain and fever. Amina couldn't walk or sit properly. Her once vibrant spirit was replaced with silence. The other girls in the village, who had gone through the same ordeal, tried to comfort her, but their words felt hollow. One evening, Amina overheard her father speaking with the village head. "Our traditions are harming our daughters," he said, his voice heavy. "Amina is not the same. She has lost her light." But the village head dismissed him. "This is how it has always been. Without this right, our daughters are seen as impure. Do you want Amina to be an outcast?" Months later, Amina's body healed, but her spirit didn't. She avoided the baobab tree, the place where she once felt free. She no longer played with her siblings or laughed with her friends. One day, a woman from the city came to the village. She was educated and spoke boldly about the dangers of female genital mutilation. She explained how it caused lifelong physical and emotional pain, even death in some cases. Amina listened from a distance, her heart aching. The woman's words echoed her own silent thoughts. That night, Amina made a vow. "If I survive this pain, I will make sure no girl goes through it again." Years later, Amina kept her promise. She became a teacher and a fierce advocate against female genital mutilation, traveling from village to village, sharing her story. She knew it wasn't easy to change traditions, but she believed in the power of knowledge and courage. In Kurami, the practice eventually stopped. The baobab tree, once a symbol of her childhood pain, became a place where girls gathered to learn, dream, and laugh freely. Amina's silent cry had turned into a powerful voice that inspired change, proving that one story could transform 1,000 lives.